Good day once again, friendly viewers. This is a manga chapter review for Naruto 615. It's slightly late. I haven't really got a very good excuse apart from that it was my sister's birthday yesterday, and I kind of forgot. I kind of assumed that Naruto wouldn't come out because it was Christmas, but then I realised it was Chinese. Joking. I know it's Japanese. Though that kind of confuses me because, I guess they would have worked on it last week and then the next 2 weeks. I'm so slow. Anyways, this chapter was actually really good. I really enjoyed this one. There were two main aspects to this chapter. It was Obito and Hinata were the main players in this chapter. Obito, I quite liked him in this chapter. We saw a slightly more evil and menacing villain. Before we hadn't really seen. We'd seen like whiny and nasty and annoying and but since Toby was revealed to be Obito, he's been kind of annoying, so it was kind of cool to see him trying to break down Naruto psychologically. That's really cool, and it's good to see that Kishimoto's not just trying to do the punch fight slash and all that malarkey, but there is a feeling that there's a lot of talking going on with Obito. He does like to talk, which does give room for a lot of talk no jutsu. So I mean, fingers crossed that doesn't happen. I mean, it's happened with Pain. To be honest, when I read the Pain thing, it kind of seemed acceptable, even though really odd and not acceptable. But because it was the first time, it seemed, it was okay. But if Kishimoto does it again, this chapter was mainly, there wasn't a lot of action. It was mainly sort of the bereavement of Neji's death and people reacting to it, and Naruto is like, oh my god, my friend has just died, and I like the fact that even though Obito's trying to sort of psychologically break him, there is that feeling that he hasn't been lonely this whole time. It's about how he doesn't want to be lonely or go back to the way he was, and he's got all these friends that he wants to protect, and if he keeps fighting, in the end he'll become lonely. But then Kurama says later, you've always had me, even though, well, not like that, like I've always been there for you, but he's always had someone else's life for him, if that makes sense. Like, Neji giving up his life, and Hinata will die for him, so it's not just about Naruto's life, and it's not just about that kind of thing. I really like that. It's really cool, and it sets up the next chapter because now it's going to be that much more emotionally energized and invigorated. See, now at this point, I guess a lot of people would say, well, that's it. Hinata and Naruto are like, to put it bluntly, but I still feel like there's room for change. Kishimoto has trolled us before with hints and stuff. I mean, this is obviously a big, they were like holding hands and shit, but I don't know. Naruto seems pretty partial to Hinata. Hinata seems all obsessive, and Naruto is like, thankful for the things that she's saying, and she does make sense and slaps him out of it. I thought that was quite nice, like him getting slapped. Well, not slapped, it was like a slap into a caring cheek rub. The end of the chapter was really cool with the Naruto and Hinata just powering up. They're like ready to go kick some ass. Overall, this was a really enjoyable chapter. I think next week's going to be pretty good. Hopefully it doesn't, I'm worried it could either go into flashback or a bit more talking. I think Obito said enough. Madara has recognised Obito, has spoken enough as well, and said, oh, you used to be like me. And I'd like to see some action getting on, and not just any action, some sort of significant action where a breakthrough is made, or they figure out a way of, I guess Shikaku had that strategy that he left behind. I hope they start with that. There is also the possibility that Kishimoto cuts to Sasuke and Orochimaru at this point. It would be nice to see what they've been up to. But at the moment, I'm feeling quite invested in Hinata and Naruto, and I'd like to see Hinata do something kind of cool. I really like the other Konoha 11 to get involved, especially Sakura. That's my main problem with Hinata and Naruto, is that, there was, Hinata always had this, was always loyal to Naruto, and was one of the first people to see, well, not the first, but was someone that really admired Naruto and took on his way of the ninja, which I really like, and it shows that Naruto is a good leader and has this good moral attitude. But it really annoys me that Sakura is apparently supposed to be one of the main characters and we haven't seen her at all. She's not even she hasn't talked to Naruto in freaking ages. But yeah, so comment below, what do you think? Are you happy with Hinata, Hinanaru pairing? What do you think of Obito? Do you think Madara's gonna actually do anything or just gonna commentate the whole time? Thanks for watching. I've been Rival Hope So, obviously. I hope you realised that when you clicked on this video. I hope, oh look, that's Rival Hope So, he made a new video, hey, click. If not, then do subscribe, because if you hadn't done that already, then yeah, now's a good time to subscribe. If you like this video, then please thumbs it up, and if you don't like any of my videos, then go check out my artwork, because you may prefer my artwork. And I've got a comic going on that I'm trying to slog through, but I'm slacking. You know, put on some pounds from Christmas, so I'm all a bit slower, and that's a poor excuse. Anyways, I hope you had a good yield for Christmas, and Happy New Year. Adios, amigos.